Please stand. Color guard. Halt. Right. Face. Post. If everyone would say the Pledge of Allegiance with me. Present arms. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Shoulder, arms. Right, face. Forward, march. Go. Right, face. Order, arms.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please stay standing and raise your water glass to honor our American POWs and MIAs in our presentation of the Missing Man Table. As you entered the banquet hall this evening, you may have noticed a small table in a place of honor. It is set for one. This table is our way of symbolizing the fact that members of our profession of arms are missing from our midst. They are commonly called POWs or MIAs. We call them brothers and sisters. They are unable to be with us this evening, and so we remember them. This table, set for one, is small, symbolizing the frailty of one prisoner alone against his or her oppressors. Remember. The tablecloth is white, symbolizing the purity of their intentions to respond to their country's call to arms. Remember. The single red rose displayed in a vase reminds us of the families and loved ones of our comrades in arms who keep the faith awaiting their return. Remember. The red ribbon is so prominently on the vase that it is reminiscent of the red ribbon worn upon the lapel and breast of thousands who bear witness to their unyielding determination to demand a proper accounting for our missing. Remember. The candle is lit. Symbolizing the upward reach of their unconquerable spirit. Remember. A slice of lemon is on the bread plate to remind us of their bitter fate. Remember. There is salt upon the bread plate. Symbolic of the family's tears as they wait. Remember. The glass is inverted they cannot toast with us this night. Remember. The chair is empty, for they are not here. Remember. Remember all of you who served with them and called them comrades, who depend upon their might and aid and relied upon them, for surely they have not forsaken you. Remember. Remember until the day they come home. Remember. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Here. Shoulder. Arms. Left. Face. Arms. Forward.
You all be seated. If that doesn't make you proud of our flag, I don't know what would. So, most of you know who I am. My name is Mike Brunts. I'm the Grand Knight of Council 650 here in Addison. I'd like to thank you all for coming. I need to give a special thanks to the Shriners for opening up their house again to us. This is the second year for our dinner, and they've graciously opened their house to us again. I need to give a special thank you to Bill and Debbie Jo Cassane for supplying the entertainment for tonight. I also like to thank the village board for showing up tonight and supporting our cause and supporting the Knights. I'd like to thank the Addison Fire Protection, I never say this right, the Addison Fire Protection District Board of Trustees, the Addison Police Department, and as well as the Addison Fire Protection District. And a special thanks to the friends and family of the Bryers family for letting us honor Korean vet and brother knight Bill Bryers tonight. Finally, to my brother knights, for all your help and your support that you've shown me over this last year and helping me prepare for this night. So first thing, we're going to have our fearless leader, Father Steve, come up and give us a blessing.
Holy God, we thank you for this time to come together in fellowship, to honor our veterans and to serve them. We thank you for all of our service professions. We ask you to bless them abundantly, bless us as we bless them. We ask you to bless everyone here present and our families, and bless this food which we are about to receive from thy bounty through Christ our Lord. Amen. And I want all the Addison police to remember this face and not give it a ticket.
Because we've all seen Father drive. Our next speaker is Donna Shibak. Where's Donna? Donna is the CEO and founder of Allenforce, for what we are here tonight to benefit for.
Good evening, and what an amazing event and great support that we've had our second year here tonight. Thank you all so much. Allenforce has been making an impact on the lives of more than 1,200 veterans and their loved ones these past 5 years through 4 specific programs that we run. We either teach, train other professionals, or directly run these programs for veterans in-house. We provide services that enable veterans to feel more comfortable in the transition from their time in service to participating in local community events. Who here has served through one of the 5 armed forces? Raise your hand tonight. Thank you for your sacrifice and service. During the past 5 years, I've witnessed many successes and struggles veterans of all eras have faced. I'd like to share with you what I've learned from them, a little bit of what I've learned from them, which may help you understand the impact that Allenforce programming now has on them. By providing the activities with other veterans, but also including their families, we have created a home front of camaraderie. Here in the veterans' own words, is why our activities connect with their needs. In a publication we put together after hundreds of interviews and conversations with veterans the last 7 years, here's 2 examples. In their words, life after service is boring. Service life is very active. I was up at the crack of dawn doing some type of exercise before training most of the day. I had a daily routine and a structure that remained solid. My battle buddies would pull practical jokes. I always had to return the favor. Outside of the service, I miss the activity. I miss my purpose. I miss my comrades. I miss the rush of the excitement of being downrange. Allenforce provides an opportunity to get engaged again with fun activities with other local veterans. But more importantly, it provides activities for the families to participate in with their veteran loved one and learn more about that culture and witness their veteran in the comfort of others who served. Here's another one in their words. My normal is not your normal. I've been trained to do whatever it takes to keep my unit safe, cover my 6, succeed in the mission. It has become normal behavior for me to assess an area and stay alert. Instead of enjoying the activity, I'm constantly scanning for threats. This makes many situations that I used to enjoy now very stressful. I haven't been able to get back to the way I was before, but I sure wish I could. This is an example of why more veterans might not have been able to attend with us here tonight. Though the desire may be there, the stress of the actual perceived or real mental alertness during the event might just seem too exhausting for them to attempt. Healthy Minds, Healthy Bodies is a program that started with great success in this area. Working with NEDSRA in 2009 and 2010, I learned from the veterans of the extreme need for these integrated yet segregated programs necessary in the communities. Thus, the Healthy Minds, Healthy Bodies program grew, and NEDSRA, so incredibly supportive of it as their pilot organization, but with their mission, we're no longer able to support the diverse geographical demand that it was having within the veteran community. So NEDSRA and the other veterans encouraged me to do whatever was necessary to keep the positive growth of Healthy Minds, Healthy Bodies program moving forward across the nation. They also said there were a lot of other services that they felt were missing and asked somehow could we fill those gaps. And thus Allenforce was born. A 501c3 serving veterans of all eras, injured or not, through health and fitness and recreation. We're almost all volunteer and all dedicated to the mission. And with an amazing and humbling recommendation by one of the original Healthy Minds, Healthy Bodies veterans, the organization is named in honor of the memory of my father, an Army veteran, Don Allen. This is my inspiration, my dedication, and my commitment. What you are all doing through the Knights of Columbus and so many of those of you who have served, through the military is also of such great importance. We remember how this evening came to fruition in memory of Joe Bryers, a Vietnam veteran, and tonight we recognize Bill Bryers, a Korean War veteran. Your support tonight will make a difference through our programs and our services. For veterans of all eras, all branches, combat or peacetime, male or female, we have programs for all of them because of the support from those of you who are so dedicated to continue the service. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, Donna. Our next speaker is our own Mayor, Rich Beanstrom.
Good evening. When Mike asked me to say a few words this evening, I told him really the only words that he wanted to hear was "let's eat." So I'll keep my comments to the minimum. Over the past few weeks, I've spoken at the Shape of Addison and to the Chamber about our community and the growth and progress it's made over this past year. Residents and business owners ask questions about what's going up on Lake Street and Rolling Road, what's happening to the old Addison Motel, how many homes are being built on the old golf course, what new restaurants are coming to town. With some degree of pride in what we all have accomplished, I gladly answered their questions. But it occurred to me a few days later, no one asked me about the foundation that those structures and businesses were being built on. No one thought about what really holds up those buildings, those businesses, those homes. No one asked about the cement that holds this community together. I think the reason no one asked is because we take it for granted. We all know the strength, growth, and development and success of Addison comes from its people. It comes from their dedication to their families, to their friends, and to their community, and to their God. We are the village of friendship, but it goes much deeper. We're a village of cooperation, teamwork, caring, empathy, and love. What better proof of that than tonight's event? Organizations like the Knights and the Shriners bringing our people together to share in community spirit and to help those in need of our support. This is the glue, the mortar, the cement that holds our community together, that makes us strong and successful, that gives us the Addison advantage. So on behalf of the Village Board and all of our residents, I want to thank the Knights, the Shriners, and all of you here tonight for bringing the foundation that Addison is built upon. Thank you.
So now you get to listen to me. So I need to give you a little backstory. Donna said a little bit about the reason why this started last year was because of Joe Bryers. Joe Bryers was a past night with us. Joe passed away, and his family donated some money to the council, and that's actually how this all started tonight with the dinner that we had last year. So this year we decided to pick a new gentleman, a new Knight of Columbus that was with us. His name is Bill Bryers. His family's here tonight. Us as a council cannot be more pleased to be able to dedicate this night to your father, your dad, your uncle, and whatever relation he was to you. Bill was a great guy. I met Bill more than one occasion. The very first time I actually met Bill was at a Tootsie Roll drive that I'm in charge of. And I heard that, there was this guy, Bill Bryers, he's over at Caputo's, out there with a yellow can, and so you won't be able to miss him. So I go over there, and I'm like, and it was, that particular day, it was about 30 degrees outside, and it was cold. I'm like, Bill, you can go inside now. It's actually okay. No, that's okay. That was kind of the guy who Bill was. No matter whatever the Knights needed, that's what he was there for. And then actually getting to know a little bit more about him when I was talking to his family and so on and so forth, Bill was that guy that you always saw that kept his head down, went to work, fed his family, worried about his wife, went to church, and had a little fun as the day went along. And as I could tell, his family's over there smiling, so that's a good thing. So, but anyway, but he's, like I said, that's why we're here to honor Bill tonight. And more so than anything else, we're here to honor our veterans, because that's actually, we're here to raise money for Allenforce. Allenforce is a great organization. That's when, like I was saying, when Joe's family had donated the money, they'll what a better cause. And that's, like I said, that's how we got here tonight. But, so anyway, I would like to introduce Bill's son, Mike Bryers. And it was actually funny that I never thought in a million years, because me and Mike went to school together, I never thought 35 years later that I'd be doing this with Mike and his family.
Hello everyone, I'm Mike Bryers, Bill's son. On behalf of my mother, sisters, and family, I'd like to thank the Knights of Columbus for this special recognition of my father tonight. My dad was born and raised in Chicago with his sister and 4 brothers. His Irish Catholic upbringing taught him what was important in life. He learned values he held on to throughout his entire life, among them the value of hard work, loyalty and honesty, pride in his country, and a strong sense of service and faith. My dad had 4 brothers who were his best friends. They'd like to go out and tip a few back on Saturday nights, and sometimes the neighbors would find them on the front lawn the next morning in lawn chairs. But no matter what, they would always wake up then and they would beat the priest to church. My father didn't just go through the motions of going to church every Sunday and on weekdays when he could. He truly lived his life honoring his faith. My dad was always happy to help others, and after he retired, he'd start each day with morning mass, and then many days would stop at Meals and Wheels, either delivering or working in the kitchen. He was honored to be a member of the Knights of Columbus and was always ready to man his corner on Tootsie Roll Day. My mom says the only bad thing my dad ever did was occasionally sneak into Wrigley Field when he was a kid to catch the Cubs game, but can't blame him for that. There's a note here from my wife to breathe here, so I'm going to. Thanks, dear. Going hand in hand with my father's strong faith was his patriotic pride. He loved America. He didn't talk about it much, but his time in the Army, serving in Korea, was very important to him. He was in a tank recovery unit, so he would go and get tanks when they became disabled. My dad was very proud of his service to his country. After he came home, he met my mom, got married, and they started a family. My sisters and I grew up with the same values my dad had: faith, honesty, loyalty, and service to others. We were lucky to have a living example to learn from. And when I say he kept these values his whole life, I really mean his whole life. Even after he was diagnosed with cancer and started his treatment, he would still go to morning mass and Meals on Wheels as often as he could. And he would sometimes bring my nieces with when they were in from out of town. He was still passing on life lessons. If my dad were here today, he would be so happy to have his name associated with a dinner like this, a dinner honoring and benefiting groups that help veterans. So again, on behalf of our family, thank you for allowing us to share in the honor for this great man and the greatest dad, Bill.